Welcome back to the Two Dudes, Three Legs show with your host, Zac Dingy.
And Tony Capoletti.
Today, we're joined by nobody yet again. It is snowing here in New York. We got like a foot already, maybe a little less than that. Probably
It's
like 8
nasty
inches.
snow.
But it's that wet, nasty, heavy snow.
Wet.
Oh, you fuckers gonna be famous.
Guys are looking sharp.
Zac Dingy,
Tony
Two
Capoletti.
Dudes, Three Legs podcast, where we share business tips, interview experts.
And travel the world.
This week on Two Dudes, Three Legs.
Were we going to have two today? Or no, one today, one
Rachel
tomorrow, one
Handler,
Thursday.
the bionic brunette.
Okay, I guess we're announcing it.
Just been announced. You can look forward to that.
Yeah.
Put that in
But
your pipe and smoke
instead,
it.
we are here alone.
Talking to
doing
each
a
other.
Podcast. Yeah. And still haven't decided what we're going to talk about, but guess
I
what?
think an important topic we could discuss is maroon hats. Are they a go or a no? I'm going to go with a no.
You don't like my maroon hat?
I like it.
You just said everything looks good with a maroon hat on. You literally just said that.
I
about
fucking
20
lied,
minutes
dude.
ago.
I was trying to up your ego, but I just decided that it's not actually good to lie to your friends.
When's the last time you got a good haircut?
Oh, last week. You didn't see the comments on the...
Some people do like it. The cop cut. You got the cop cut. I got the cop mustache.
Oh, you got 3 eyebrows on your face. I'm counting.
know.
1, 2, 3.
And you have no hair on your face. So
On this week's episode of Wildin' Out, we
we're just
just
gonna roast
shit on each other.
What else, you little bitch? Where's your other leg?
I'll show you my other leg. You want to see it?
What do we got coming up? We want to talk a little bit about next month. Let's talk about it. We got the Boston Levitate event.
Yes.
We have the New York Levitate event, which actually is New Jersey, and I hate when people do that.
I know.
Why is it so common?
Because
People like to say New York, but it's really New Jersey.
Because
event.
New Jersey isn't a different state. It's just a smelly version of New York.
Fair.
It's a fact.
Fair.
You drive across a little bridge. It smells worse. They call it something different, but it's just an
A
extension
little bit more of
New York.
annoying people.
Yeah.
A little bit more partying.
I'm from Jay-Z.
Less Starbucks, more Dunkin'.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe New Jersey. No. Did you know that in New Jersey, to get your license, you have to hit a deer?
Why is that?
It's just part of the thing. Like if you drive through New Jersey on 87, you have to hit a deer to get your license, and you have to leave the scene of the crime. You like don't clean anything
Okay.
up. Just hit it and go. It's just part of how they
That's
do it.
one part of the checklist for getting a license.
Yeah, yeah. Your
Okay.
ability to hit a deer and leave immediately.
Okay. Let's talk about the difference between how bad of a person do you have to be to think of Dunkin' as your first coffee choice? If you wake up and say, I'm going to Dunkin' today, and that's what you say more than 50% of the time, like if Dunkin' isn't your last resort, if it's top 3 for you,
If
I
you drink
think-
Dunkin', it speaks to me that you like poo-poo and pee-pee in your mouth. It's the worst coffee in the world. McDonald's coffee
is honestly amazing.
levels. Oh, yeah, it actually really is good coffee, but it's levels above Dunkin' Donuts. That place is a glorified donut shop, and their donuts are garbage too.
Donuts are the worst.
They suck.
Nothing is good about it. Best gas station. What do we got? Stewart's. We got Cumberland
what are we
Farms.
reviewing
I have
right
no idea. I'm just going to keep spitting out shit until we have a good topic. Stewart's, Cumberland Farms. What's the big one? Buc-ee's. Do you remember Buc-ee's in Texas that we never got to go to?
What's it called? Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's that we never got to go to.
Remember when we had that bus laughing so hard?
Hysterical.
I told the what was the deal? We're at a hotel going to the game. We found out there was a shuttle bringing people back and forth to.
Dallas
Actually, they were
Cowboy game.
dropping us off at what's the name of the place outside of Dallas Cowboy Stadium?
Texas Live.
Texas Live. That place was sick.
Fucking
I was hammered, and I was having a conversation with the bus driver from the back of the bus to the front. She had the intercom. I had my loud ass mouth.
Bryce, what are the chances that he got that person's number?
Yo, I'm the best networker out.
Ever.
Don't leave your dude at the bar. I'll get his number.
And then what else happened? You said we were making people laugh. Do you remember what you were saying?
I think I said, I was like, I came all the way from New York to watch the Giants win. If we win, I'm taking everyone to McDonald's. And then I was like, nah, fuck it, we're going to Buc-ee's.
And they all were excited because
man,
Buc-ee's
we made
is
so
like
many
their
friends.
Buc-ee's is like their weekend event. It's like going to Target. You know,
Bro,
how
it
white
was
bitches love
like,
Target.
they said it was a gas station plus Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
It had everything. And I guess food.
What's the real point of that though? Like, why are you going to?
One-stop shop, dog.
Yeah, I guess so.
Come to Buc-ee's, get everything you need.
Good, fair point.
Yo, sponsor us, Buc-ee's.
All right, what's the best though? Stewart's, Cumberland Farms, and what's the other one that's big around here?
Cumberland Farms is a no-go.
Wawa. Stewart's, Cumberland Farms, or Wawa? Rank them.
I'm going Stewart's.
Start, bench, cut.
Stewart's.
Start, bench,
starting
cut.
all the time. I love the vibe when you walk into a Stewart's. You know, the people who work there
rarely
don't
have
give a
teeth.
shit about you.
Rarely have teeth.
They just don't
Usually
care.
green hair.
You can tell, but they're always in a great mood.
Yes,
They're like, I can't pay my car note. How's your day?
that's right.
Yeah.
How about Cumberland Farms? What's second?
I don't fuck with Cumberland Farms. It's a soulless development.
So Wawa's number 2.
Yeah, Wawa's all right. I just like their name.
Wawa.
Wawa.
Stewie's starting. Wawa is on the bench, and Cumberland Farms is getting cut.
Are we going to talk about the economic collapse, the impending economic collapse of our nation? I know. Are we doing everything we can to not talk about it?
Yeah, so the world's burning down, but I'll tell you what, Stewie's is always going to be there for you.
Yo, Stewart's will always be there.
Always ice cream. How many days a week are you eating ice cream nowadays?
I don't eat ice cream, but I will go to Froyo every single night.
Like 5 days a
If
week?
you're looking for
Solid
me,
5 days a week.
I'm hard to
Froyo.
reach, but you can catch me at Sweet Frog at 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. I don't work there, but everyone who does work there knows me,
Knows you.
and I'm there.
Yeah. Ice cream's my Achilles heel as well. So I
Froyo.
still got 10 pounds in the gut. Can't help it. All right, so SVB Bank. And also, a lot of people don't know, but another bank in New York crashed.
But they're not telling us what it
was
is.
very low key. Nobody talked about it.
Yeah.
But 2 banks actually completely failed.
They're doing that purposely, which is smart.
Well, listen, I think they should, because the dilemma of people finding that out and hearing another bank crashed,
Yeah.
and that news going out, I think the whole world would burn down to the ground if
Starting with the U.S.
if people's you're right. Really, the whole U.S. would burn down to the ground if they saw another bank collapse and everyone started really losing faith in the banking system and taking their money out. I mean, it would be detrimental. You'd see a Great Depression.
Catastrophic, bro.
Yeah, you'd see a Great Depression again, if not worse.
I wouldn't be depressed. I'd be so
Terrifying.
excited.
Okay.
All those
Explain
guns
how.
I bought.
What do the guns have to do
Strapping
with the
up.
bank collapsing?
Because everything's going to turn to chaos over time. I
Higher
believe.
crime rate?
What do you think would actually happen, right? Because I was thinking
Let's play
about it.
the
Like,
game.
we thought, like, it already happened in 2008, right? Shit collapsed. Well, the
No,
housing
that didn't
market
happen,
collapsed.
yeah. It's different.
So the closest thing we can relate this to was
Is the
in
Great
the
Depression
30s.
when they took all? Yeah.
Well,
Well, 30s.
1927, I think it was, right?
What was it? The Roaring? No. It was the 20s. Yeah, it happened in the 20s, and then there was the Roaring 30s.
No,
So is it-
Roaring 20s.
it was the other
and
way
then
around?
The Depression.
Okay, the other way around then.
Yeah, and we
Either
had,
way, 1920s, 1930s, Great
1930s.
Depression. It was the worst we've ever seen.
What do you think it'd be like now, though?
I think
I
Instagram
still
and
think
TikTok
everyone's
would have
going to be
a
on their
blast.
phones.
I think
Yeah.
everyone would be making the funniest TikToks about it.
Maybe we need a depression. Do we need a depression?
100%.
Do you think it would harden up the soft motherfuckers running
Yes.
around all day crying
Yes.
about big corporations
Yes.
while they're feeding their money directly to it?
Yes. Conveniency.
All right. Well, then
Everyone's going
I'm
soft 'cause
now.
the world's more and
I'm
more convenient.
anti-bailout. Fuck it. Bring on the depression.
All right, so let's play the game. What happens? Let's say they don't bail the banks out.
So they did a
20% of
half
people-
bailout from everything I heard. They didn't bail out any of the investors in the bank. They
Correct.
just bailed out people who had money in the bank.
That is true. That is true.
Also, the people who own the bank and were working for the bank, I think they should be tried and probably go
Like
to
go on
jail.
trial, you're saying? Yeah.
Because a lot of them, like insider trading, right? They had ownership in the bank and they sold off all their stock beforehand.
they
How
sold
is that not just as illegal as insider trading? You should be in prison. They knew it was coming. They're like, yeah, let's sell everything we have in the bank. Maybe they didn't sell everything, but they sold a lot. Yeah. They protected themselves a bit. Should be illegal. I think it should be like captain of the Titanic. If you know that bitch is sinking, you stand at the helm and you fucking go down with it. Should
it be illegal though?
Not if it's happening to me.
Exactly. Like everyone.
Yeah, but if I was going to fuck up a bank, I would
listen. If you're in that situation, your bank's crashing, you're going to find out a way to sell some stock and get out, whether it's in your
right.
Fucking
But am I going
to
know it's morally wrong? Yes.
Most people don't own a bank because they with morals. If you own a bank, you probably don't have the.
Well, I would say most people wouldn't own a bank because they don't know how to run it. But those people owned a bank and they obviously didn't know how to run it.
That's not true. They became the 16th largest bank in the world.
Okay, and they ran it into the fucking ground.
They didn't run it into the ground.
Remember Titanic was the biggest ship in the world?
Is a freak accident. It's a freak accident.
It's
because they weren't failing. The bank was they were pulling out deposits.
I wouldn't call it a freak accident. It
could have happened to any bank.
Circumstance. Yeah, but it was because they weren't gauging the risks that they had in the bank.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier, there's supposed to be someone appointed to that role in a bank. I don't know what their fucking thing is, chief risk officer or whatever.
Pay him $600,000
and they didn't have one for months in the bank.
Well, they're a fucking startup bank. Talk about risk.
That's the highest risk of them all.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a bad bank.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, how'd they get so damn big?
Making bad decisions.
And getting paid on them, baby.
No risk, no reward.
Getting paid. So seriously, though, let's say the bailout didn't happen.
Yeah.
Let's say they didn't pay back those people. And let's say New York.
Yeah, there would have been a run on the banks.
Everyone found out about New York.
You're definitely pro bailout. You keep talking about
I'm pro bailout.
How it needed to happen.
I'm pro bailout because of the complications of if it didn't bail out. And listen, we've been putting Band-Aids on a lot of shit lately.
Yeah.
The whole U.S. government has been constantly Band-Aid, 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 print more money, print more money, print more money. But this was, I think, the most necessary out of everything that we've done. It was the most necessary because if you didn't bail out those people and people lost faith in the banks, this one fails, the New York one fails, and that goes public, there's going to be a bank run of I don't know, let's say 30% of people go out and take their money.
Because there's other banks still practicing what they are. It's going to happen. All they did was prolong it. It's going to still happen, and I think it's going to be even worse.
It's not going to be a bank run like that.
I think it very well could be, bro.
The banking system runs the world.
Right. Do you know how nervous people are now? If another bank goes, do you think people are going to, like, even in my own thought right now, like, I kind of want to go to the fucking bank and take my money out right now. If this shit happens again, you better believe I'm not taking any fucking risk.
So if they didn't bail these people out,
and if I have that thought process, I bet you other people are going to do it too, and that's going to cause a bank run.
But if they didn't bail them out,
then it would have happened.
How much worse would it have been?
Oh, it would have been 1,000 times worse. But it's still, I think it's still going to happen.
You're talking worse, like if people went and everyone tried to take their money out, and 17 banks failed. Bro, you would see unemployment go to 30% overnight.
Oh yeah.
You would see people's net worth destroyed, crashed.
Yeah, but
I
think the
hundreds of thousands of people in the street by next week.
But I think the mistakes have already been made that are going to put us in that situation, and whether it happens slowly or fast, it's going to happen.
Real estate crash, bad. Stock market crash, bad. Bank crash.
Catastrophic.
It's catastrophic. The worst out of everything.
Yeah, Great
It's
Depression.
not even close. Yeah.
We've been talking about this for so long. Now all of a sudden it's almost here. You don't think it's going to happen?
I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm saying if it would have, if they didn't bail these people out now,
so why are we prolonging it?
It's not a prolong. This was not so much of a Band-Aid of like a security to show, hey, we can handle this if need be. Because they didn't print more money to go hand to the bank. They took from, I'm not sure.
FDIC, which was money that was already printed a while ago.
Correct.
So did they not print more money? No. They didn't print more money, but they're using money that was printed. So what's the fucking difference?
There's a big difference.
The money's already been printed and it's sitting there.
So yeah, if you don't use it, then
so if it's not in the economy, then it doesn't matter. But now they're taking it and putting it out into the economy. So it's the same thing as printing money. Yes, it is.
I don't know where the money actually is.
They're just fucking saying it differently than what they're doing. It's not a bailout.
But
we're giving everyone their money who lost money.
It's not the taxpayers' money. They said it was coming from the banks.
Yes, it is taxpayer money.
No, it's not. The guy said it wasn't. Listen, I don't know how true it is, but if I'm just going off of what the thing says, the articles say is that it was the bank's money, not that bank, but it was all the bankers' money, FDIC and the insurance that they
Where
pay
does
into.
money come from in the FDIC? So from banks. Banks have to
Yes.
pay into the FDIC.
Correct. Technically, if you
But
trickle
this-
it all down, it's taxpayers' money.
But this
that's not.
bailout, right? I think what they're doing is the FDIC took control of SVIB.
It's SVB.
SVB. Are you sure?
Yes.
So the bank owned a bunch of, what are they called that the bank buys?
Securities?
Yes. And I guess they're giving it, the Fed is buying them at a loss
Correct.
and just taking a huge hit. So who does that get passed along to? The taxpayers. So they're like doing all this fucking workaround to make it sound like it's not going to be a hit to the taxpayers, but in the end it is. And
That one I don't have an answer for. That one I don't have an answer for. I mean, at the end of the day, it always goes down to the taxpayer.
I think
but
at
it's
the
like
end of the
not
day,
a new tax bill or new money being printed out or a change in anything that wasn't already existing. Correct or incorrect?
repeat it.
Technically, it's always going to come from the taxpayer because the taxpayers
Yeah, but it
fund the bank.
shouldn't.
But
That's the socialism aspect about this that needs to be ridden of. Do you know how much safer they would have been at the bank if they didn't have a safety net? Or they'd just be fucked.
But that's my point. If you let it just be fucked. So I believe in less government. But there
Right.
also needs to be something there to prohibit certain things. And
I
this,
think
I
that-
think, is a part of it.
I think having them there creates this situation. Oh, the government said we can lend and only have 10%.
Yo, but
We
the
only have to
people-
hold 10%.
Those people, though, you're saying, oh, the government, that's the bank owner who's not getting bailed out. That guy lost all those millions and maybe even potentially billions of dollars. They didn't bail him out.
That's true.
So he didn't make his money back. He lost still.
Well, good.
Yeah. Fair. Capitalism.
Good. And
You gotta
also
win the game.
capitalism. Yeah, you shouldn't have your money in a bank that's not fucking doing right. You should lose your fucking money, except for what was it federally insured. You should get your $250 per account, and that's it. But they're giving more money. They're giving everyone everything they had in it. That's wrong. You made the decision. You know what the FDIC is. If you walk into a bank, it fucking says what the FDIC is. They tell you your account's insured up to $250,000. Don't put more money in there then. Figure it the fuck out. It's supposed to be a free
$7 million
market.
in there. You got $7 million in there. You're going to be upset when they give you the money back.
My fault. Yeah, I am going to be upset. It's
Okay.
my fault.
Okay.
If I don't have insurance on one of my buildings and it burns down, I don't get a penny. You know why? Because I chose not to insure it.
Fair.
My fault.
Fair.
That's the free market.
Fair. That is fair. But there's the repercussions of if they didn't bail out those people.
Maybe
What would
everyone will be
happen?
a little safer.
That's
When
I mean,
you learn a
listen.
hard lesson.
Yeah.
I am a fan of hard lessons.
Yeah.
Guess who's not going to ride motorcycles anymore? Because he learned the hard way.
Yep. That was the same week I was going to buy mine, and I didn't buy it because
You learned a hard lesson,
lost
didn't
your
you?
leg, and Julian Lanos fucking has to sit on a cushion for the rest of his life.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got in an accident 2 weeks after you did.
Oh, I think you told me that. Yeah.
I mean, again, do I agree with all that? You need to know, assess your own risk. The
How long does the Great Depression really last? I'm curious. And I'm not saying that
I'm not sure.
ironically.
Jamie, how long did the Great Depression last?
And what?
Realistically, though, in today's day and age, if something like that were to happen, I think it's somewhat needed. I agree.
Yeah.
Because we have been playing, just like 2008, so many people were getting loans, ninja loans, no income, no job, no money, nothing, no money down. You were able to do that. For the last 2 years, we've been getting this fake economy that's been essentially bulletproof for 12 years.
Yeah.
And never in the last 100 years have we had not a recession.
Bro, it's the
We have a
cycle.
recession every 7 years.
Right.
On average.
Okay,
We've gone
the
13 years.
The Depression lasted a decade, beginning in 1929 and
We're
ended
good.
during World War II.
We're good. 10 years? Anybody who
That's a
prepared
long
properly.
time, bro.
Absolutely, it is. And it
That's
sucks
a
and it's scary.
long time.
Listen, I'm bringing a baby girl into this world.
Yeah.
That's scary for me.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, this is the cycle, the natural cycle, right? Easy times create weak men.
Weak men create hard times.
And
Hard
we're about
times
to hit
create
that
weak
fucking
men.
no.
Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times.
We
There
need
you go.
strong men again
Mhm.
instead of half men, not men, 9 pan gender, trans pans. What do we got now?
We have 43 new genders.
Never found them. I don't know. They don't like to be called any of that, so you're gonna have to ask them.
How many years does that last? I guess if people would stop talking about that shit if we hit a Great Depression, I guarantee.
Listen, I think with that part, I think the market crash is necessary. And if you look over the last 100 years, on average, we have a recession every 7 years, and we have a financial crisis/depression every 100 years. And we're due for one. The last one was in 1920s, almost to the date.
We're a little early.
Yeah. We're
Look at you,
about
America.
7 years early.
Congratulations. We've reached depression early. Maybe we'll get through it quicker
Before
this
that,
time.
I think was like 1850.
I
or
bet if
something
we
with the
went
flu.
into one, we would bounce back quicker.
Way quicker, for sure. Because we just print more money.
But I worry that it would make us, it would bring on more socialism.
Listen, it is necessary, though, because if you look at all the money that was put into the economy, if it doesn't get fixed now, it just hurts more later. That's why Biden wants to raise corporate taxes now from 20% to 39.6 and change all the money for upper echelon people, change all the tax code for upper echelon above $400,000 to try and pay some of this money back because they have no choice. So if not now, it's going to come later, and it's going to come from somewhere. It don't just magically appear.
I think it would get people to, I think it would create a revolution if we went into a depression right now. People are fucking
I think you just want a
fed
revolution
up.
because you just bought 1,000 rounds of ammo.
No, but I would like for our government to undergo a major revolution. I think there's so much bullshit going on right now. And a lot of people are fed up, but nobody's doing anything about it because we're all so caught up in the bullshit that's going on. Well, when shit hits the fan, I think that'll spark something. I think it could. It could potentially be a good thing. You know,
I think it'll be a great thing.
It would be really tough at first, but I think we're going to hit it anyway. I don't think there's any avoiding it.
So let's say it's not now because of the banking system. What's your prediction on when it happens and how? Think about that one.
So it's either going to, this is not the end of what just happened, and it's going to bounce back again, and it's going to happen again soon, or we're going to delay, and we're going to hit it right on the nose at 100 years in 2027.
You think we can hold on for another 6 years?
Maybe.
Or sorry, 2027. I thought you were going to say
It's not
2029.
too far away, bro.
4 years.
Yeah, it's not too far away.
That's long. For us to hold on for that long?
I mean,
what's the prediction? Give me a fucking ding and a date.
Fed's going to keep rising the rates, which is what caused this issue already. And it's just going to be the same thing over again, I think. Do you want me to pick a bank?
So therefore, you still didn't pick a date, and you still didn't give me a thing.
It's going to be between now and 4 years from now.
Okay, so the whole
You're
time you guys have been
fucking
going
asshole.
on about this, I was looking up the exact definition of a recession.
Okay.
And I keep getting brought back to Reddit, and all of the pages won't come up for some
It's
reason.
when
but I found a
2/4 of
picture
GDP
that
are-
Wikipedia had suddenly changed the definition of recession.
Yes.
And they locked their page. Now, the new definition of the recession is the National Bureau of Economic Research, the NBER, Business Cycle Dating Committee, the official recession scorekeeper, defines a recession as a significant decline in economic activity that is spread across the economy and that lasts for more than a few months. 2/3 of them vote that there is going to be a recession in 2023, but they say it only lasts a few months.
That is the most asinine shit. For the last 50 years, if the GDP decreases by 0.01%, doesn't matter. If it is decreasing for 2 consecutive quarters, you are in a recession. Because it decreased for 2 consecutive quarters, last quarter, they went and changed that to, they said, you're telling me that you can label a depression as few months
That's so
lasting.
stupid.
That's not even definitive. There's nothing
So
definitive.
stupid.
They made up a whole new thing, NDR, whatever it was, and then said if it lasts a few months of significant decreasing, then that's now a depression. Significant
No,
isn't
recession.
Recession,
What is
sorry.
a depression? Why don't you Google that?
Depression's much more serious.
The Great Depression. That might not even.
Anyway, my
that
point
might
was
just be a
Jerome
name.
Powell I don't know if you saw his last sit down, but he announced that they're going to do another 0.5% end of this month. Pretty sure another 0.5% in May, and then a quarter in June and a 0.25% in July, which would be 1.5 points higher. And they were talking about, I forget the senator who was asking him, but the senator was basically saying, you do know that number and unemployment are a direct link if we look back at the last 80 years. And if that happens, unemployment will hit double digits. And Jerome Powell was like, okay.
So maybe he's bringing us like into the cold water slowly because he knows it's going to happen. Yo, can you turn Joey down a little bit? I can hear him breathing so hard and the
be Mike
typing and
Weiss.
everything. He sounds like Mike Weiss.
A depression is a severe and prolonged downturn in economic activity. A depression may be defined as an extreme recession, the last 3 or more years.
So like instead of a couple months, like more months. To be exact.
They said 3 or more years, so they gave us a little bit of definitive terms.
Which causes a decline in the GDP by 10% in a given year.
Wow. Okay, that's a parameter, an actual parameter.
Chills. Well, listen,
It could happen.
SVB, CDC, ABC, it don't
D's.
matter. I'm going to get to the money, you heard?
Yeah, and there's another thought is like in the industry we're in, I don't know how hurt we would be. We save
No,
people money
we're
for
the
a
most
living.
recession-proof industry.
So, well, there's
When-
that, but I mean, our entire job is based on lending.
Give me a better position to be in. A better
Yeah,
industry to be
but
in.
we're lending based.
Give me a better
So unless
industry
we
to be
go
in.
with PPWs, right? That's
I'm
what
not
they're called?
asking that. Give me a better industry to be in for sales.
In a
Mortgage,
depression.
real estate, cars. What do you want to talk about? Insurance.
Ooh, in a depression.
There's no better one. Solar, I wouldn't say is like not going to be affected, but out of all of them, solar's got to be top 3 to sell during a recession because it's a monthly expense that they're going to lower right away, and they're going to get a tax credit back that they might damn well need that money.
Is a PPW, they still run your credit?
PPW is price per watt.
No, what's it called?
DTI?
Price agreement. What's it called? PPA?
PPA, Power
Yeah.
Purchase Agreement.
I've never done one.
That's even better because that's based on, that's just,
But
there's
is there
no loan.
credit involved?
Yeah, you have to have decent credit.
Similar to just getting approved for a
Correct.
basic
There's no
loan.
tax rate or nothing, but then you have no finance fee, you have no dealer fee. Me and Jill were just speaking about the other day. We're going to go back to PPAs.
Oh yeah, as rates go up.
Because you're going to, instead of paying $280, you're going to pay $180, and that's great during a recession. People are going to look for their monthly expenses to be lowered.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So again,
We're in a good
better than insurance, better than cars, better than real estate, better than mortgage, better than, I don't know, any industry I could think
Yeah,
of.
I guess that's a good point. We're pretty fucking safe, huh?
Pretty goddamn solid. And we're in New York. And they're just going to keep throwing money at it.
This whole video is just to recruit people.
No, well,
Come
the
on
last
down and sell safe
2
solar.
minutes. The last 2 minutes. Shit.
Yeah, but that's
Happy
what it
to
all
be in this
boiled
goddamn
down
industry.
to. There's got to be something safer than solar. You know the answer. What is it?
Then during a recession,
I feel like you're holding out on me because you don't want me to win the
During
argument.
a
Give it to me.
recession?
Yeah, you know something.
short in stocks. Michael Burry. Need a lot of money for that though.
Yeah.
I don't know. What other things can you sell? You sell. You know what goes up? Alcohol. You can
Alcohol
sell alcohol.
sales?
Alcohol sales go up. What is it? Probably not. No. Alcohol, drugs. If you're a weed dealer,
Ooh.
I might go back to my old days. I'm sure pills.
Heroin sales are going to
Sell more?
spike.
I'm sure.
That's terrible, actually.
Industry titans that were born in recessions and depressions.
Oh, almost all of the industry.
Oh, yeah. So,
titans.
wait. No, that's a great idea. So,
You see how he said Zach?
yeah, but I'm going to take it somewhere else. Here we go. And I love that idea. Bro, it's going to bring me to my next thought. Thank you, Q29 Mob. I love you. You're the real God. You're the GOAT. When we were sitting with Kiyosaki at the vault, and he was explaining to us that everything is going to turn to shit. Is this depression that I believe we're going to hit, are we going to be able to capitalize on that, or is that too much of a recession? You understand?
There's
what
no
I'm
such
asking?
thing.
There's no such thing as what? Too much of a
Too
recession.
much of a recession
Okay,
to capitalize
So you
on.
think that
To
people
capitalize
are
on.
going to be able to capitalize? Okay, yeah. So you think there's a way to capitalize on this depression that I believe is coming?
Of course. There's always a way. It's just how long can you stick it out for?
Right.
If you only got, let's say, 50 grand and you spend that 40 grand in day one on investing it,
Yep.
and then now you don't have money left over and the recession / depression last longer than you thought, you're screwed because then you're going to have to resell whatever it is you bought at a loss or whatever it's going to be. So it's going to be tougher to make money for sure because you have to last long enough and not spend all your money and not run out of resources, you know?
So for everyone who is smart with their money, this could be a great thing.
Of course. Of course it can.
The price
Any
of everything's
recession
gonna
is
come down.
depression. That's when Microsoft was started. That's when Twitter was started. That's when so many companies were started. Google, PHP was started. Patrick Bet-David started PHP, acquisitions.com, or his original, Alex Ramonzi's original gym. I can't think of the name of it, like Freedom Gym or something like that. He started it. So many, I don't know all of them, but you can go look back. And so many businesses are started during a recession because it's in need. It's survival. You have no choice. You get laid off. Like I've been saying for weeks now, months probably, this will be the best year of recruiting for me because people are in pain. And when people have pain, they're going to go change something about their life. When they get unemployed, they're like, fuck it. If you can pay me to knock on doors, I'll do it because I have no choice, you know? They'll swallow the pain and the pride and say, I'll go knock on doors because I need money, you know? So for me, that avenue is going to be better. And again, I have to be able to have the money to pay these guys up front long enough so that it can double back for me and start making money again, you know? But I got to put that money back into my business and not into real estate. And spend it on people.
It is your business. But it's not yourself.
My business name is literally Zachary Dingy Incorporated.
Right.
It's myself.
Yeah, but it's your business. It's not you were talking about like self-improvement.
Okay.
Listen, I can buy a couple fucking books and spend some time listening to them for $30. Doesn't have to be all my fucking money. Did you turn my mic down?
Yeah, turn his shit off. Just cut the mic, son.
I can barely hear my velvety
Cut the
voice.
mic, son. Got it.
No, that's better.
Got it.
So would you
Joe,
guys
what do you
say
got?
we're headed for a recession or depression?
Both.
Where have you been in the last 30 minutes? We're going into a depression.
Yeah. Depression for sure. I agree. You can't go this long and print that much money and do all the things we've doing.
Yeah, we've been
People just
saying this is
miraculously think we're going to figure it out. You can't just keep figuring shit out. Eventually, it fails.
Right.
If United States was a business, we'd be the worst business ever.
Yeah,
right
first
now.
of all, we're how many trillion in debt? 30-something?
36 trillion now.
Yeah.
You know who's going to
36
thrive if there is a depression?
Me.
Podcasts. Entertainment, movie tickets,
Yes,
beauty
that's true,
products,
too.
lotto tickets, alcohol, that all went up. Entertainment, board
Escapism.
games.
Yeah, escaping. Distractions.
Yo, we got
Distractions.
solar, we got a podcast. Basically, let's go start a fucked up bank. Let's get this roll going, bro.
Let's sell alcohol.
Let's
Let's
roll
start a
this shit.
liquor store.
Let's start a tequila brand.
I think we would kill ourselves
Two
if we
dudes,
started a
one
liquor
cup.
store.
What would we call it?
Ooh.
Two dudes tequila?
Two dudes, one cup.
I'm
Two
down.
dudes tequila.
Two dudes tequila
No,
does sound
two
pretty
dudes,
good
one
too,
cup.
though.
First of all, we wouldn't want to do tequila because we're going to sell everything.
Oh, okay. So two dudes.
We can make our own tequila and open up our own liquor store. Two dudes, one cup, and two dudes, one tequila.
Let's start a Facebook page.
Oh my God. It never ends. Tony has an
never
obsession with Facebook.
I love Facebook.
You know why? Because he's a dad.
Dad's in the house. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, what we've established so far from this podcast is Stewart's is the best.
Stewart's is good.
SVB was a bad decision to bail him out, correct?
I think so. I
Okay,
think you're putting
SVB,
a
he
Band-Aid
thinks
on a
is a bad
gun
decision.
on a gunshot.
And we're definitely entering a depression in the next 4 years.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I would agree with all of those, except it's not going to be the next 4 years. It'll be the next year. If it doesn't go into a recession this year, it's not happening. We skipped it, and we got another 7 years.
Okay.
Because miraculously, we just Band-Aided it more and more and more. But
And then it's going to come worse, I would think. I think the longer we Band-Aid it, the worse it's going to be.
agreed. That too.
Unless we fucking get smart and start fixing things in this country the right way.
Or do you think it's going to go to absolute shit and we're going to go into a war? Because World War II is essentially what ended.
War's
the
a
Great
big
Depression.
deal too. There could be a war that sparks it, or there could be a war that saves it, like World War II. That was the only reason we got out of the Great Depression.
I think
was
our
because the war
economy is
started,
too big
and
for
the
a
economy
war
kicked
to
back.
be able to help us that much at this point.
See, I think wars back then were like feasible because they didn't have nukes and fighter jets that can go 1,700 miles an hour and drop bombs in different zip codes by accident. Like today, what you're gonna go to war? What are you gonna do?
Not me.
Everyone's got too crazy shit. We're gonna agree like, hey, listen, don't use the big stuff.
Right.
We'll just meet at this area. We'll shoot for a couple days and then we'll go home.
It
you
doesn't
know,
even make sense to have
like
war
who do you
anymore.
what do you do? You go to war with Russia and what happens?
It's
You
all
know,
fake. It's a farce.
no, you couldn't even do a
Nobody
violent war.
wins.
Yeah.
It's
We have too much
mad.
crazy.
You know what mad is? Mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, but still, who you got, Russia or U.S.?
Everyone dies.
Stop it.
Who you got,
Stop
Zach?
it. Stop it.
I'm gonna swim
I'm
in
from
the Hudson River.
America, baby.
I'm gonna swim in the Hudson
You know
River.
why there'll
so I'm
never be a
radiation-proof.
fight on United States turf?
Because we're
'Cause we all
ready
have
to
guns.
fight.
Because
three
we
wars
all
on
have
three
guns.
different
Yeah,
fronts.
everyone wants the war down south.
Well, we
Like,
treat it like a hobby.
listen, though, if Russia came to like California, they'd probably win.
Stop attacking us.
Who's winning, East Coast or West Coast in an all-out brawl?
Oh, East Coast.
No rules.
East Coast.
Who's winning?
East Coast.
East
Between
Coast?
Florida and New York, California won't
Texas
make it
is
out of their
divided in
Tesla
half.
in time.
I don't know, though. They got like
Oh, wait,
Montana.
you got Texas, though?
Montana, some crazy boys out there. Including animals, too. Animals count.
I don't know.
Animals
bro.
are part of the fight.
People in Florida shooting
So,
each other
okay.
over butter.
Midwest, West Coast, or East Coast?
For what?
In a gunfight, who's winning?
Well, definitely not mid. You just say Midwest, West Coast, and East Coast?
Like Texas and the whole fucking-
Middle? Center? Texas. If Texas is it, whoever's got Texas. winning.
Texas got more guns per capita and a buckets.
Yeah. Whatever side Texas on is going to win. East Coast or West Coast rappers?
East Coast.
What about you, Mobby? What do you think of that one? I want your take.
East Coast or West Coast
Rappers, all time.
where I was born.
All time?
Cow's milk or titty milk?
We got a comment.
Do you know
said-
how many comments I got about that?
Yo,
People
that video?
texted me. They're like, if she eats enough chocolate, it'll taste like chocolate milk. So I'm trying that. That's happening. I'm gonna give her pure cacao.
Nesquik.
Wait, then you need to feed her strawberries.
Strawberry milk? Nah, I'm not. I don't fuck with strawberry chocolate
Really?
milk. That's gross. Ew. I hate
Neapolitan. You
I-
get a little chocolate, a little vanilla, a little strawberry, mix them.
Neapolitan.
Sure.
Little whipped cream around the rim.
All right, what other topics we got? What can we go back to now?
I was going to say that the whole point of you guys bringing war up is that war fuels industries, right? And it's basically a government bailout. If the government is fighting war and they're paying millions and millions of dollars to private corporations to fund, like, let's say, like Jeeps.
Yep.
Right, but I believe
100%.
I already commented. I
Great
already
Depression,
commented
yeah,
on that.
because
I
of the
think
war.
our economy is too big for a war to have that much of a positive effect. I could
But
be
no,
wrong. Maybe we go all out. Everybody's building Humvees at home, and everybody's getting a check from Uncle Sam.
Now it's just advanced. It's like Apple is like building like special spy drones.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now you
But
win.
what?
You
There
win
is no
wars
such
with.
thing. I don't think we could even fight in a war. It would be a made-up war.
You don't win wars with weapons or force anymore. You win them with information
Correct. Information and like it's
and influence.
what do they
say.
call it? Not
Biological
hacking.
warfare.
Biological warfare, and then
You're not allowed to use
technological warfare.
Oh,
EMP.
okay.
You know what would happen if they dropped an EMP in America?
Oh my God, that would bring us right into the depression. We could get this thing rolling. Fuck a bankroll. EMP would shut
little
everything
emp.
down. Oh, but we're gonna lose our podcast. Shit. We could do it live. Guys,
you couldn't.
if
There's
they hit
all
us with an
tech-
EMP, we're going to be here at Q29 Studios live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Show up and bring guns and butter. That's all you need to survive.
Kerrygold, baby.
Kerrygold butter is fucking good. Type of butter you fucking with.
Grass-fed, grass-finished, baby, all natural.
That's Kerry Gold, Poppy.
Sure, whatever. I just look at the ones that looks most expensive.
Uncultured, unsalted swine.
Yeah, unsalted too.
Nah,
I put the salt on the steak.
No, I fuck with the salt.
We had a nice steak sandwich this morning. Oh my god!
you? Yo,
the one I made you that one time.
So good. You've been doing that a
Banging.
lot.
Yeah, I love those.
I chefed up 6 steaks on
Yeah, I
my
saw
one
that.
stove
Why?
the other night.
It was
because I
bomb.
had my family over for dinner.
Oh, that was all eaten then?
We ate it all right
I thought
there.
you were meal prepping 6 steaks.
No. Joey can talk. How good was that steak, Joe?
I couldn't talk about it. I was too busy eating as fast as I possibly could.
No, I said you can talk about it right now. though. How good was it? 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Which one?
You would say 1 out of 10. That's how you say that.
Tricking him. 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Oh,
Ooh,
shut
that's
up.
a good review. It was grass-fed, grass-finished ribeyes. They're $15 over at
Adams?
No,
I've been
I do.
slanging
shop
Adams
right.
steaks.
I need to start going to Adams.
Listen, what I need to do is buy my own farm and have my own cows. Because there's still bad shit going into that.
Kiyosaki.
Don't argue with me.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Don't even argue with me.
Okay, so
I
wait, that
agree with
raises-
you.
Don't debate with me.
All right. you're
Don't
wrong.
debate with me.
Do you?
I think there are.
What'd you say about the soil? How like 30% of the soil, there's only 30% nutrients left in our soil?
It's 25% from 50 years ago.
Yeah.
25% of the nutrients exist in the soil, so our food is lacks.
Jamie, fact check him. Fact
So
check him.
you're saying our land is over-farmed? Okay.
Do you think that the snow from this snowstorm has been affected by the thing in Ohio?
Oh yeah.
For sure.
That's what
Wait,
I'm
Do you
thinking.
think we need population control
No.
or we need more people? We need to have do we need to start having more babies or less babies?
I don't think so. Right now, if you listen to Elon Musk, and I trust his word above a lot of other people because
Mm-hmm.
you can clearly see where he stands. He says we
He
are
stands on
declining.
Mars.
He says we're declining in population.
Correct.
Now, do I think we need to increase those numbers? No, not necessarily. I think we need to be a smarter population in general.
Like less
our land is
motorcycles.
over-farmed. That's a problem. We're all eating unhealthy. We have plenty of fucking land to solve that problem.
Do we?
Yeah, you wouldn't think so because the propaganda that we fucking hear. Oh, there's too many people in the world. Every single person on this planet.
Bill Gates owns a lot of land.
Yeah.
Why? You
Why?
know what
Because
they call
it's
him?
easier to control
He's one of
people.
those people that believes in population control.
Yeah.
He's announced it before.
Because that'll put more
And
money
he
in his
owns all
pocket.
the farmland. Is it him being a smart businessman, or is that a coincidence? Is that a
He's
coinky doink?
smart businessman.
You know what I heard the other day?
Tell me what you heard.
Instead of being a conspiracy theorist, I'm a coincidence theorist.
Yo.
It's just weird.
Yo,
It's just
I
weird that
fucking
it's a
love that.
coincidence
What
and
a
you think it's
coincidence.
conspiracy.
Yo, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I still just think it's weird. Like all these people that I disagree with on the internet, I still never see them in public. Are they real or are they all bots?
One guy commented something on the Raptor video, and then the last video me and you posted, he had the same. It was Jerry's World employee. Do you remember that?
No.
No. All right. The guy's bio said Jerry's World employee, and he commented on the Raptor video, and I commented back to him, "Thanks, Jerry," as a joke. The guy's name wasn't Jerry. And then he commented on our last video.
Same
that
thing?
was us just talking about breast milk, and he comments, "All these videos are lies." It was a totally different account. I click on it. The bio says Jerry's World employee.
Yo.
I'm like, is he just making accounts? To
Breast
fucking-
milk is a lie. Breast milk isn't real.
Yeah, he said
It's
breast
a
milk is a lie.
conspiracy.
He said all your videos are lies. This is a lie. I'm like,
Yo.
we're talking about breast
I'm
milk.
fucking dead, bro.
Congratulations on the haters.
Everybody's a bot.
Yeah, dude, you don't realize how many haters people. I mean, it's just the natural way of social media.
If you genuinely disagree with me, you're probably not following this, or watching this. But if you do, let's talk. Comment.
They hate us because they ain't
Comment
us.
below. Let's have a real conversation.
Thank you for viewing the Two Dudes, Three Legs podcast.
That's
That
all the
is
time we
end.
have for today. This episode brought to you by
Kerry Gold's butter.
Looney Tunes.
nothing. We're still not sponsored.